Monster RX93.1 presents All Out, your daily morning pick-me-up. All out hits, all out celebrity interviews, all out sports and showbiz news. Your hosts, Rico Robles and Carla Aguas.
Some of your posts, I've come to check out that you support Pasig Mayor Vico, the vision.
I was so scared.
Of his campaign. So what have you learned from him? You know, what are the things that you come to know as well?
Yeah, so last year that was a year ago already. So last year we actually were able to meet with him in Pancake House, which is yummy. I miss Pancake House so much.
I love her.
Sorry. But yeah, we were able to meet with him, and so I was able to campaign with him the whole campaign period. So we would go to his caucuses, which are not the rallies, but basically where he would do speeches in different barangays. And so I was able to join him for those and the house to house thing. So I made a video for it, and I would be the official photographer because he had no other photographer, because he was just not focused on any of those things. He was just focused on the people. And I think that was my main takeaway from him. It was because prior to his campaign, nobody had done caucuses, or no mayor had done caucuses, or no mayor had done house-to-house visits in decades, you know. And so he made it the point that he wanted to meet as many people as they could. And instead of doing like a mass,
avance on the big scale, he did it on a smaller scale of house to house.
Exactly. He did it on a small scale. He wanted to know the people. He didn't just want to learn about them from a book or from his office. He wanted to get to know them. And so I think that's compassion in its truest form. And I feel like, governance is like, it's compassion with action. And so you don't have action, but you have to have compassion as well. And I see both of those in our Mayor Vico. So yeah, I learned a lot from him in terms of that. He was, so I was able to intern for, I think, a little bit under half a year in the mayor's office last year, which is also why I kind of disappeared from YouTube because I was working there for a while, and I would sit into his meetings, and he would literally, for example, there were fines for not being able to pay your rent on time. And so parang what would happen is the fine every month would get doubled. So for example, if you miss paying your rent on January, in February, parang your fine will be 100, but then on March it will be 200, and then in the next month it will be 400, and then 800. And he was like, "This is insane! Like, why are we over fining our people?" And so he was just like, "Let's just make it a standard fine, like just one." And I was like, wild. Like, this is how Pasig has been running for so long, and this is how you could earn so much more money this way. But it didn't matter to him, because to him it was like, no, we have to be fair to the people. We have to make life or living and surviving as easy for them as possible, because he had compassion. And with his compassion, he took action toward it, and he took out all of the multiplication, all the multiplied fines, and just made it one standard amount, and that's it. And so he really got to know everybody, and got to know their problems and their issues. And that's really what essentially a public servant is supposed to do. And
do you see yourself, Janina, running into public into a position in office, like a councillor, SK chairman? It starts from there. Do you see yourself running? Yeah.
Well, I actually am taking a pulse this year. So hopefully, if the universities continue school, I can start learning. So yeah, I want to take that up, because governance is something that it's a new passion for me. Obviously, I've been doing makeup and DIYs and lifestyle for so long, and then suddenly there's this random burst of passion for the people, in a sense that if that would translate to taking up a position in office, then I have no problem with that. I think I just have to work on my emotions a little.
Oh, as early as now, for those listening, all right, we have Janina Vela. She's here with us on the show. So as early as now, Janina, if you were to run for a position, what would be your slogan? And what would be your platform?
That's pressure. I have no idea.
What
I-
would be?
See, this is the reason why I have to go to school for this. I don't even know. You know what? I don't know. I have no idea what I would make us. There are so many things to fight for, and I don't know what to focus on really. I don't know. But actually, speaking of things to fight for, I was thinking about something. Yesterday I announced that I was an ambassador for youth and education for World Vision, which is an NGO.
Okay, nice.
And so that's so important to me because, I think Kaki Pangilinan posted this the other night, and she said something, and then at the end of her tweet she said education is a privilege, and somebody kind of was like, no, education is not a privilege. But then when I thought about it, I was like, that is kind of right. At least here in the Philippines, education has become a privilege, and it shouldn't be. Education is a right. Education should be the backbone of our nation, and yet for some reason it's withheld from our people. And so I think if anything, that would be something that I would, fight for and fighting for now. It's that education shouldn't be a privilege, but then we should go back to the basics and make it a right for everybody, but not just academics, not just being book smart. I think character formation is so important because the formation of a person is what forms the nation. And so adding character formation, that's something that I wanted to do also this year. Actually, go to schools and teach that. We wanted to make curriculums for public schools on how to inject morals, how to inject character, how to inject ethics into basic academics. I was talking about this last night, but I was studying the transition of Japan from being the Death March people to being one of the kindest people. Like, if you visit Japan now, they're so kind, right? They're like, like, they're so nice. And so I was like, how did that happen? And then I learned that, I forgot the Japanese word for it, but then it's basically character education that was injected in their education decades ago. And so now the first 7 years of an education for a child in Japan, it's all focused on morals. It's all focused on ethics, not being book smart. They don't even have written tests till the 7th year. And so that's why they're so keen on shaping the child's heart into being kind, that it reflects into their whole country.
And it goes a long way, right? It goes a long way till they get older, and you bring it about. And galing.
Yeah, we need the random funny questions. I'm sorry, I just dive straight into the defense so quickly. Like, one question just triggers my brain, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's okay, girl, because at the end of the day, we stand an updated, smart person, so it's fine. All right, let's do some fun random ones because we do have a few, especially from your Vela fam. So as of right now, with the entire ECQ and everything, are you still wearing makeup? And if you are, what are your go-to products that you can recommend to everybody? Because the heat is also making it very hard to try to look cute,
It's insane. Yeah, so I still wear makeup because, again, I go live and I do videos almost every day for random, that sounds so bad, for random sites, for random publications. And so, I do wear makeup, but super, super minimal. Like, I just cover some of the redness with concealer. I don't like wearing foundation anymore. It's just way too hot for that. Because at the end of the day, like, when I wipe my face and then it goes on my hand, and then I wipe my hand on my shirt, and there's foundation on my shirt, and it's just not a vibe. So I barely wear foundation or concealer. I don't wear mascara either. So I just curl my lashes. I do my eyebrows, put a little bit too much blush, because I feel like that makes you look more put together, because it looks like you put more effort where you really didn't. I just overdid my blush. And then I just let myself get a little bit oily, because it's just the glowy look. You know what I mean? It's just, it makes you look healthy.
Dewy, that's true.
It's not oil, it's dew.
Dew, it's healthy skin. Shows that you are currently binge watching. Or did you finish any show right now that you're just like, oh my God, everybody, we gotta watch it?
My family and I are watching The Good Place. So Kristen Bell, which is actually pretty funny. We get to watch that all together every night. And so watching, it's a very interesting, because it's a story of a girl who was placed in heaven, but she was supposed to go to hell, or so it's something like that. And it's very, very obviously it's very comical. And Kristen Bell is so cute as a person. I love her. What else? I've been watching Vampire Diaries. I started it as like a joke, I was just like, let's like critique this and just laugh at everything. And then I got so invested. Like I just oh my gosh, like I was like first laughing, and then suddenly now I'm rooting for a love team to win. Like what happened?
Love team. Elena Damon, Elena Stefan. What are you? Go.
I'm sorry. I'm Team Stefan, and I know they don't end up together, but I fight for the good boys.
I feel you. Number 2 fighting for the good boys. Oh, okay. Next question. Food that you're craving for. Food that you're just like, Lord, please, when the ECQ is done, I need to get me some. What food?
What food am I craving for?
Pizza.
I don't know. Funny enough, fast food. It like I know that it can be delivered to your house, but they're just always jammed. Like I feel like everybody is ordering fast food now, and so we don't get to order fast food because also we kind of made a rule because we know that we would get fat if we could keep ordering fast food. And so we were just like, let's just not eat that much fast food during the ECQ. But then it like at one point where we wanted to order fast food, we were like, we were trying to get a Grab for an hour or so, and then by the time it was like already cut off, and so we weren't able to get. I just want French fries. It's just so simple. I just want French fries.
Like really fattening and not good for you French fries. I feel you, girl.
Janina, how about cooking? Have you stumbled upon cooking? Have you tried?
I have stumbled upon it. Actually, I used to cook a lot more before the ECQ than I do now. But yeah, my mom and I have been baking, or my mom has been baking, and then she's letting me watch and eat. So we have desserts often. Because she just, I guess she's bored, or she's just that caring of a mother. So she I think downstairs right now we have chocolate chip cookies, but then I have cakes which have raisins in them, and I don't like raisins very much. So I was just like, what's that? Hi mom, I love your cookies. It's very good, but it's just the raisins don't do it for me. Banana bread. I've made banana bread, which is like trending now. Have you guys made banana bread?
Yes.
Carla.
I made 3 loaves, and I bought bananas yesterday because I'm going to make it this week.
I don't know why. It's so good. It's actually really good, and it's so easy to make. Yeah, right? What else? Eggs. Eggs.
She's a master chef, Rico. She's basically a master chef now. She can make eggs.
I can flip the egg from the pan like.
Oh wow! Really? Non-stick pan.
One more time. You can what?
I can flip it. Like, yeah. See. Master chef.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Oh my God, Janina, I love you.
Rosemary, so you look fancy. It's like, look at me. Instead of using just like oil, use butter. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Rosemary, butter.
When the ECQ is over, what is the first thing that you plan to do? Because like other people were saying, I'm going straight to the mall. I'm going straight to my friend's house. What are you going to do when this has finally been lifted?
Well, it depends. Like ECQ has been lifted to GCQ, or the pandemic is over. Because it's
over. We're safe.
Okay, if the pandemic is over, I'm going to hug every single one of my friends for 10 minutes each. Like I am going to climb over them and give them big koala hugs. Because my love language is touch, and it's so unfortunate for me to be in ECQ because I'm like, hi friends, where are you all? I just need to hug right now. And so I just miss hugging all of my friends. And so, hi friends, if you're watching, get ready. I'm coming for you.
What a threat. What a scary threat. Ooh,
yeah, right? I'm gonna give you so much love.
Janina, current celebrity crush.
Hey, this is nice.
Do
Local.
you guys know Joshua Bassett?
No,
Have you ever-
I will Google.
So no, he's a kid. No,
He's a
because
kid, like an actual kid.
There's the High School Musical the series, High School Musical the musical the series. So they did a Disney Channel series of the kids who go to the High School Musical school, so East High, and so one of the boys there, he's so talented, like I love him so much, and he's so cute, and I'm watching
19. He's not that much of a kid.
He's like 19. I'm 21. I feel like a cougar.
He's like,
Rawr.
wow, sorry na. Okay.
No, I think it's the fact that he's like not in the 20s yet, which makes me feel weird about it. Because he's like a teen, and I'm like not. And I know that it's not big of a difference, but then when you think about it that way, it's like you're a teen and I'm an adult, and it's just kind of a weird. So
welcome to my world and Rico's world. Okay, you're welcome. It's downhill from there, girl.
What was the first song that you learned to play on your guitar and cover? What was that song?
Safe Safe and Sound.
Oh wow!
I don't even remember. Huh? Oh, I don't even remember how to. Something horrible. Don't screen record that and post that. That was horrendous. Yeah, I don't remember ever. What's the lyrics of that anyway? You guys put me on the spot, man. I'm confused now. I don't know what I'm doing. I need a capo for this. What's another song? I don't even remember.
How about a favorite that you love to cover? What was that song?
A favorite that I love to cover? I have no idea. Whoa! I don't really play guitar much. I only play guitar to write songs. Mm-hmm. So I only know like really basic chords or to worship lead. Those are the only two instances I ever pick up my guitar. Let's think. I'm thinking of a song now that I can sing. I can. No. Yeah. I can actually sing a little bit of Subok Pa.
Go ahead.
Kwento ba ito ng mga pinagtagpo? Pero wala sa tamang panahon. Story ba ito ng nagkagustuhan? Pero di naman nag-aminan. Puso'y naguguluhang naghihintay sa'yo. May pag-asa ba o paasa ka lang? Ikot ng ikot ng ikot. Magkaibigan lang o magkaibigan. Malabo, malabo, malabo. Napapagod ng manghula ng di nadama. Subok pa o suko na. So that's it.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Sweetie.
That's good, girl. I mean, for Tagalog, that being your first language, how you sing it is just like, it's like butter. It's like music to my ears.
Sips coffee.
Hello.
Okay. She was like about to go on like this whole like thing about it, and then she was like, "Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna go on it." All right. No, it's fine. You know what, Janina? Unfortunately, like this is the last gap, but I really like what you were saying about this whole new normal that we have, and for you as a content creator, as an artist, it's not so much you adjusting; it's more of like trying to make this situation work to your advantage. So do you have any tips? Like what have you been doing in order to let that happen so that others can also learn? Because it's a really weird time. Nobody really knows how to be or where to adjust or whatever. So what tips do you have?
My tip is I think I get a lot of questions on how to be productive if you're having online school but you're at home. And so I was actually homeschooled for 5 to 6 years growing up. And so online school is not a very foreign thing to me. And so some of my tips are to differentiate your resting area from your work area. And I know that it like some of you like sit on your bed and do like the Zoom meetings on your bed, but the thing is, there's something in your brain that gets confused because they associate the bed with sleep, and so that could be attributing to your unproductiveness, where your brain's like, hey, wait, this is wrong, something is wrong here, we're supposed to be resting right now, but your brain is also trying to fight that, and they're like, no, we're working. And so my tip would be to find it could be a desk, it could be your dining table, it could be your kitchen table, or whatever. Just find the place that you will distinguish as your workplace. So you know how at school you have a designated desk, in the office you have a designated desk, and so at home you have to have a designated workspace too. And so that's so important for me to not do work on my bed, and it kind of helps you also sleep at night because then your mind is associating that with sleeping. So it's really having those two things separate from each other. Another thing for me is, like what I talked about, making a schedule that's tailor fit to you. So now with schools, parang they're before, when you were in regular school or in your work, they would give you a schedule that you had to follow. But now we have the flexibility and we have the freedom to make a schedule that is tailor fit to who you are as a person. And so if that means working for 1 hour and then taking a break for an hour, then that's good. That's perfect for you. If it means for me, working for 30 minutes straight and then taking a break for 5 minutes and then working again for 30 minutes, then that's okay. And so now you can kind of discover what is your most productive mode. Like, what is the time limit for your productivity? Is it 2 hours? Is it 3 hours? Is it, 15 minutes? And that's completely fine if it's 15 minutes. So it's kind of discovering a lot more of yourself in terms of how you work. But also, if you want to learn a new instrument, you do it now. Like, if you want to learn how to dance, you do it now because nobody can see you. That's like my number one tip also. It's because, sometimes we're afraid to try new things because we're afraid to fail in front of everybody. But now there's nobody to fail in front of. So if you want to start painting, you can go paint now. If you want to start doing all of these things, like learning the things that you wish that you had learned before. If you want to start TikToking, you go do it because nobody is there to judge you in your bedroom. So it's a time where we have the freedom to not be afraid to try. We have the freedom to not be afraid to fail. And so we should take advantage of that and discover more about ourselves than we would have if we were in other places, if we were out of the house.
Okay. You learned something new. The organization.
Wise word.
Wow.
So good. I love that. I love the whole.
It's a productivity that we could actually apply.
I like the whole you're not going to fail.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. It's a practical way of looking at it. Janina, okay, you won your years, girl. Wise on your years. Thank you so much. We have learned so much. Rico, what were you saying here?
Yeah. Okay, Janina, you have any message for everybody that's tuned in right now, that is watching us right now? Those that are at home, those that are just trying to figure it all out, just like everybody else. What's your message for them?
What would be my message? I think, first of all, let's not get tired of hoping. And I know that goes without saying, because we see it on social media posts all the time. But I'm still choosing to believe that things will get better for us and our country, and it will help a lot if we all believe that at the same time. And so I think, let's try to live our lives and adjust to this new normal, but let's also still hold on to that expectation that we won't always be this way. As we adjust to the new normal, let's kind of keep that Bayanihan spirit alive that we've seen so many in so many times. Like now we buy vegetables from our neighbors, and our neighbors give us food, and then people are encouraging people online. And I think it's so beautiful, because something that has been so ingrained in our Filipino culture had been lost in the last few decades, but now it's showing more than ever, which is the heart of the Filipino. And so yes, we're going to adjust to our new normal, but when we go back to normal life, let's not leave that behind. Let's keep that heart of the Filipino. Let's keep that Bayanihan spirit today, till the moment we get out of the ECQ, till GCQ, till normal life comes back. Let's keep that kindness, let's keep that hope, and let's keep that Bayanihan spirit alive.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Janina.
Inspiring us on this beautiful, beautiful Monday. That's why we wanted to guest you on a Monday, because you are such a start of the week. So thank you.
Thank you. I love talking to you guys.
Thanks for sharing your light and your love. I mean, based off of the comments, people are just loving this video already. So guys, even after this live, it will be available on our Facebook page. So please share it with all of your friends. Honestly, I have learned so much from you, Janina. Like, thank you, truly. And we wish you all the best doing what you're doing, because seriously, girl, you are killing it in the best non-violent way possible. Okay? Like, let's put that out there. Like, you're killing it. And congratulations on the new song. We're excited for all the new things that you will be releasing. Of course, your fans have that to look forward to as well. Please invite them to subscribe to your channel, where they can find you online, so that they can, of course, stay in this beautiful area of just light and positivity. So I'm all for it.
So if you want to find out more about me, that's a horrible intro. If you want to follow me on social media, it's all under Janina Vela. So Twitter, Facebook, again, 3 p.m. Diva with Janina. Instagram is also Janina Vela. My YouTube channel, you can totally subscribe to that. I just posted a new video like a few hours ago, so you can check that out as well. That's you can check that out as well. You can also check out my newest single called Hello Stranger on all digital platforms. So like Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, whatever else there is, Amazon, Deezer, MySpace, Ask FM. Just kidding. But so it's all online, and I would love to see you guys there, and we can chat a bit and get to know each other.
All right, thank you, Janina. And when all of this is all normal, back to everything, we hope to guest you here in the studio once again.
Oh, yes.
And you have any greetings? You want to greet your friends? Go ahead. This is your chance to greet.
I saw my handler Ate Rowella has been commenting since kanina. Thank you so much. I will submit all of the deadlines that I need to. I promise. My parents are watching. Hello, Mom and Dad. Thank you so much for supporting me for everything that I've done. Thank you so much, my Bella fam. A lot of the comments and a lot of the usernames that I see on the screen, I know very well, because they're the same people who joined me for Diva with Janina. So thank you guys for really joining every single one of my lives. It really means a lot to me. And thank you so much to you guys, Carla and Rico, who I'm not allowed to call ate or po and kuya. So, but yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really, really, really actually enjoyed this. The 1 hour and 30 minutes did not feel like a 1 hour and 30 minutes. You guys are very intelligent. So I really enjoyed talking to you guys.
You just have to level up when we talk to you, Janina.
You said you've never heard someone call you pleasant. I've never heard anyone call Rico smart. No, I'm just kidding.
The shade.
But thank you, Janina, once again, to all her fans as well. Thank you guys very much. Let's hear her song. Here's Hello Stranger here on the Monster.
All Out with Rico and Carla. All out music and all out fun. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on Manila's hottest Monster RX93.1.